So, hi there everybody. Time for me to comment on your comments. And I believe we start with VG. Thanks for hunting and answering my comments. No problem. Hey yo, good to see you VG and good to see you AA as well. Okay, and happy last days of March. Same to you too. And the same to you too, AA. And have a wonderful day and night. You too, VG. Thank you. And thank you, AA, as well. Okay. And let's see. How do you not get confused by the two different meanings of blow up? Like to fill something with air and to explode or to explode something. Just from context, yeah? That's the meanings are reasonably different, and therefore you just have to take it from context. So, hi there, Alan. Great to have you. Thank you. And let's see. Well, at least I haven't hung it back to front. Yeah. Okay, Count. Great to see you. Many people dissent from the theory that we are all descendants of monkeys. Well, I think we're probably cousins of monkeys rather than direct descendants, but yes, we come from a common ancestor. Although, yes, the creationist definitely descent. Dustman and Dustbin Man, both are good, and thinking and thought, so it looks like I got the right idea. And hi there, P. So, bonsoir, Alexandre Charles Henri Ridges. So, ridges are also crisps. They're quite yummy. We will try to be inventive and adventurous with the teacher's new word once we have straddled the ridge of the night and laid our furrowed brows on the pillow with its lavender-doused ridges. It's interesting. Ridges. I think probably here in Spain they call them ruffles or ruffles as they say. But yes, very definitely. Thank you, P. And Count, great to see you. Has not yet has the economy not yet waddled on the plateau of stability? How happened to crush down the ridge of a double-dip recession under heavy sanctions? Has the economy not yet been waddling on the plateau? So, I'm trying to find a good way of putting this. This one's more difficult. Without the have not yet, the economy has been waddling on the plateau of stability. So how did it happen to crash, not crush, crash down the ridge of a double-dip recession under heavy sanctions? This one didn't quite work, Count. Try it again. And let's see. VG. I've never been to any carnival parades in Rio, but in 2015, when I was a kid, I went to a carnival parade with a few family members at a sambadrome that was near to the house where I lived. I'm not a fan of the carnival period, but it's good because we can take 1 day and a half off school or work. It's also the time where a lot of women get pregnant, hee hee. Sambadrome is the name given to an exhibition place for the samba school's parades during the carnival period in Brazil. A sambadrome is generally made up of tiered spectator viewing areas surrounding a long alley for the schools to parade down. Interesting. In many cities, carnival parades take place in the street, and it's really fun. But in such dangerous times like this, it's not safe at all. Thank you, VG. That's good. Thank you for the information. And Count, probably YouTube had some glitch. I didn't change my rainbowish winged dog picture. No, very definitely. I like your rainbowish dog winged picture. It's lovely. And rainbowish winged dog picture. Love it. Okay, the 7 p.m. time slot is just alright. It's alright or it's just fine. Yeah, I think alright means okay. It's just fine. Sounds more positive. And Manji. Hi, Manji. The prolonged tension between the couple has culminated in a ridge of disdain and animosity. I love it. Tried to use it figuratively, not sure whether it's correct or not. Thanks, sir. I think this sounds really good. Yeah? Has culminated in a ridge, like a. I'm thinking of this top ridge, and there's animosity on both sides and disdain. I think that's very good, Manji. And here, VG, you'd be very welcome here, but I advise you to come here only after the pandemic is over, because the risk of you getting COVID here is still very high. Just this year, 2022, more than 40,000 people have died of COVID. We started 2022 with 619,000 plus deaths, and today there have been over 659,000 of them. Wow. Most of those deaths happened in February, before and after the carnival period. Wow. That's an awful lot of people. Wow. Okay, Count. I trained myself today how to pronounce the S sound. What a coincidence. Okay, there are some nationalities that have real problems with this sound. People with a lisp, will definitely have a problem pronouncing this cluster. Wasp. Yes, absolutely. Very good. Thank you, Count. VG. He won the last election by using some Machiavellian tactics, but this year he's definitely going to lose. Good English. And P. Wow, what a video. Wish I had visioned it earlier, for its cool vibes. No, it only just came out, so you could have only seen it. You watched it, I think, maybe 4 hours after it came out, something like that. So you're spot on time. And VG, his Machiavellian speeches made him preferred by lots of people. Made him preferred. I think made lots of people prefer him would sound better. His Machiavellian speeches made him preferred by lots of people. I guess it works. But over the years, many people have got to know him inside out. You can use gotten, but gotten is very US. Have got to know here could easily be mistaken for have to know, so I write have got to know, just in case. Many people have to know him. Have got to know him. Yes, that's very good, and I understand why you've done it, because many people have got to know him, or I prefer, yeah. The grammar is different, and the meaning then is not exactly clear. Very good, VG. His attitude is Machiavellian. Ouch. A lot of people can be described as Machiavellian. And Mannequin. I dissent with her. I dissent with what my teacher teaches her students. She dissented from what she saw on the news. There was a big dissent. I guess you can use it countably, but there was a lot of dissent. I would prefer probably uncountable, but it's not necessarily wrong. The dissent made people part ways. There was dissent among the people. We should listen to dissenters to make a stronger argument. Sometimes it is not worth talking to childish dissenters. I always have to be the dissenter. I say that proudly. Very good. Well done, Mannequin. And VG. Unfortunately, it happens in every country. Some countries like Paraguay, Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica really enforce that kind of behavior, attitude, crime. Yeah. Okay. And 40 Love, great to see you. A garret is another word for an attic. It seems it's a a small semi-furnished room just beneath the roof of the house. It's a very literary word. An artist who is struggling lives in a small garret because it's a cheap place to live. I feel like a cat in a strange garret. Formality 6.5 can be used in informal conversation if you're referring to artists. Definitely. And thank you, Ronan. Yeah, we've now hit 108. And 40. To bequeath is a legal term meaning giving or leaving something to someone in your will. This ring was bequeathed to me by my grandmother. His parents bequeathed him all their worldly goods. Yeah, it's a very good collocation, all their worldly goods, particularly in a will, to hand down. His parents bequeathed him healthy respect for hard work. Formality 7.5. Good. And I love the way the whole thing's framed. This is like a picture. Get out of not the jail. Get out of jail free card. Love that. Sounds fairly dodgy. So get out of jail free card. I think you've it's get out of jail free card. I thought it was green card. No, get out of jail free card. This is from Monopoly. Yeah, there's a card that says get out of jail free, and that itself has become an idiom nowadays. And VG, thanks a lot, sir. My pleasure. And he always gasps and then grasps the book that tells the story of the wasps that eat crisps and have lisps and rasps. Another tongue twister. I love it. Fran, hi Fran, great to see you. I'm going to hit the sack. I'm knackered, utterly banjaxed. I love this word, banjaxed. Exhausted. And Armour to Armenia. Thank you, sir. My pleasure. All the best. And Leaky Butt. Wow, you're a good professor. Many of my professors only cared about their published books being sold for their courses. After 7 years of study, just to drop out, I regret nothing. Learning institutions are just as ridiculous as religious institutions. I'm glad you like my work, Leaky. Yeah. The problem is you can't mix learning and money. It doesn't mix well. It's like health and money as well. So, Blue Star. Hi, Blue. Great to see you. And Nutrice Laidlow. Wow, I love this video. Glad you liked it, Nutrice. Yeah, definitely Nutrice. It's a good video. It's a good nick. Smin. In The Sound of Music, a nun sings at an abbot describing Maria as a flibbertigibbet. That's a very good one. Thank you. Thank you for adding that, Smin. Great to see you. And Akram's Literature World. Hi there. I can't get my head around why you just have over 100,000 subscribers, despite your enormous efforts and the invaluable content your videos have. I'm sure this is due to the fact that many students are not aware of the existence of your channel, so you should maybe find ways to advertise your channel and change that. I strongly believe you deserve millions of subscribers. Big thanks for the amazing video. Okay, this university entrance one. I'll always wait impatiently for any future videos of this kind, especially writing task part that will help me to pass my C2 exam with flying colours. Huge respect for your dedication and generosity. Thank you, Akram. Very kind of you. There'll be more of these essays. Hello, teacher. What is understood? What is understood when someone says, I'm a river to my family? I'm not entirely sure. I'm a river to my family. I would guess that I'm not sure. I would probably understand it as I'm always bringing things to my family, but supplying them with the things they need. But I'm not sure, Dommy. I'm not really sure. It sounds very metaphorical. What does a river do? It brings water. It's the water of life, and that's why I've understood it in that way. Okay, and 40. Hello, sir. What is the difference between this many, this much, and these many, these much? This many, this much, these many, but these much? I don't think you can use these much. Okay, so you have these many pens. Pens are countable. These many. You have this many pens. You have these many pens. Both are possible. It's saying you've got a huge number of them. You earn this much money, singular, yes, because money here is uncountable. But you have these much money? No, doesn't work. Yeah, I think it's just the difference between countables and uncountables. You with this many pens, and you're thinking about the pens as a group. These many pens, you're thinking about the individuals. But just this much money, but not this much time, but not these much time. So thank you, 40. Okay. Yeah, you see, this keep on is very definitely a troll. So let's leave that. And Aditi. After a long period of taking classes in digital mode, many children have developed a ridge of online fatigue. That's very nice. I like that, Aditi. And lack of enthusiasm for gaining online knowledge, academic education. Now, with the decline, I would say the decline, with the decline in the in the COVID-19 cases. So with the decline in the number of COVID-19 cases, with the decline of COVID cases, so with the decline in the number of COVID cases, with the declining number of COVID cases. Yeah, but there I'm using it as a present participle, not as a gerund. So now with the declining numbers of COVID cases, there is a beacon of hope to narrow down this gloomy ridge that has unknowingly developed in the minds of this blooming generation. Yeah. Okay, yes, that's very good. I like it. So just be careful with this little bit of the decline. Yeah, the decline, a noun, the declining numbers. Here declining is a participle. So thank you, Aditi. That's very good. A drawback. I've definitely got a video on drawback. A drawback's a negative characteristic. So, I don't know. The food in this restaurant is very, very tasty. One of the drawbacks, one of the negative things, is it's very expensive. It's nice spending the day at the beach. One of the drawbacks, though, is that if you're not careful, you could get sunburned. So it's saying that one of the negative characteristics, the problems about something. So I hope that's helped, Abid. And to retract. Okay, to retract, we used it in two ways. Either to pull back inside. For example, the aeroplane took off and then it retracted its wheels, to retract, to bring into itself. So something that's retractable, you can draw back into the main body of something. And then we use this metaphorically. So to retract a statement, to say that you didn't mean it, you didn't mean to say it, that it's not true. Yeah. So the government made a statement, but when it was proved that it was not true, they retracted, they pulled back, they withdrew that statement. Yeah. The company made an offer, but several days later they retracted the offer to take away, to take back, to withdraw. So I hope that's helped, Abid. And Roland. Gap year has become increasingly popular among young people. Whether the year off is beneficial for them or not is open to debate. Not only does a gap year offer a myriad of possibilities for young people to explore the world, but it also gives them a chance for self-introspection. Most young people are tempted to take a year off prior to settling down. I would prefer prior to settling down and taking the plunge into endless work. They relish travelling to exotic locations in order to acquire local culture, or apply for a run-of-the-mill job to gain first-hand experience, refreshing their CV. Be that as it may, some of them express their dissent against this idea and consider it as nihilistic. Love it. They would rather rush to get their foot in the door of the job market immediately, just after they graduated. Just after they have graduated. Some fresh university students do not want to rest on their laurels whatsoever. They want to take advantage of their qualifications and theoretical knowledge. It's a good piece of writing. Yeah, one or two little mistakes, but silly little ones, nothing very serious. Good work, definitely C2. And Qualenta, thank you for the congratulations on 108. And Giliola, dissent is the highest form of social freedom, and through it one realizes the amount of independence that peoples have. Thanks. So, peoples, by using peoples plural here, you mean different nations. The peoples of Germany, the peoples of Brazil and France and Spain. Okay, these are different peoples, but the people is talking about the unit in a country. Otherwise, people without S, if you mean it generally. So, you see, peoples is possible. And Giliola, hi. In our life, we may encounter calm seas, storms, and maybe we may have to climb steep ridges to reach our goals. That's life, and we shall second it. Thanks. I love it. We shall second it. To second something means to support it. Yeah? I support this. I second that. And static goes for Cavalier. Lovely. And Pranjit. Hi, Pranjit. We have long venerated mothers as the epitome of love, sacrifice and devotion. A mother's love is undeniably sacrosanct. So, good English, Pranjit. And Qualenta, hi there. And Fran. People from the same area should speak alike, but unfortunately not. Lol. Wow, variety's the spice of life. Good English though, very definitely. Alike. Great minds think alike. Good. Well done, Fran. And P. Ooh, another pretty one. Good morning, dear teacher, dear Sir Henry, dear Castor, Sugar Daddy James Bond, intercede on our behalf. to get the nerd to get his glasses, to get the gun and gold, then surely he would get the gal. I can hear the song of the birds. They have charms to soothe the savage snake. Normally it's to soothe the savage beast, but I like that because I'm not gone yet. Have a great day. I love this. It's got a very, very jokey beginning. Yeah, it's like a prayer. And then it gets really quite informal with this Sugar Daddy James Bond. Yeah. Oh, that's quite fun. I love it. And then it gets very formal right at the end. I am not yet gone. Yes, soothe the savage snake. I love it. Good morning, Patricia. So, thank you. This is a goodie video. Whereat I'm all keyed up. Very good. You don't have to say video. This is a goodie. This video is a goodie. Yeah? This is a goodie video. It works, I guess, although I would probably say this video is a goodie. Whereat I'm all keyed up. He saw her crying, whereat he made her smile. Great, good English. They refused to reduce their prices, whereat we bought the stuff from their competitors. Very typical. And Peter John, hi Peter John. A modicum of respect. I remember this word being used the way this way, when someone just wants a little bit of respect. Could I have a little bit of respect, please? Could I have a modicum of respect? Very definitely. And P, though the negotiations had reached a stalemate, there was a sliver of hope, whereat we did not lose heart, and redoubled our efforts for a peace and love treaty forthwith. Okay, lovely. Thank you, P. And she implored him to say a prayer, whereat he dipped his pen in blood and wrote a sonnet to the gods. That's very, very poetic. I love the line. Manji says brilliant. Yeah, it's a very good one. Thank you, Manji. Yay, yay, Manji. We have transcended. Yes, this was a very good one, P. And Sherwin. Hi there, Sherwin. The Catholics circumambulate to a holy cube in the Vatican, often critiqued as mimicking ancient Dravidian sacrosanct ways. So, your use of sacrosanct is good. Do you mean two? Because I think circumambulate, they go round. Yeah? So Catholics circumambulate without the two, a holy cube in the Vatican. Very good, Sherwin. Thank you. And Patricia. The peace negotiations were at an ebb. Oh, I like that phrase. Yeah, we're not doing well. And he was in love with her, whereat he feverishly put on his knight shining armour and proceeded to launch a charm offensive with the foe forthwith. I love it. Thank you, P. That's very nice. And Manji, hi. One night, the poor little girl had a vision of an angel who was writing something in a golden book. The child asked him what he was writing about, whereat he replied, lovely, that he was writing therein the names of those who were dear to God, and her name was at the top of the list. It's a lovely piece of writing, Manji. Thank you. All of the tone fits very well with this formal whereat word. Thanks, Manji. Refrain. So Tim J X Angel channel. So my pleasure. No problem. Thank you, Tim J. Yeah, Tim J. I think that's probably a good way of saying it. So Kelly. Hi Kelly. My astrology chart says that I was also an iconoclast type of individual, and by your description it couldn't be more true. Bravo. Thank you, Kelly. And Zahid, please sir, add some phrasal verbs to the daily vocabulary list. Okay, I'll try. One of the problems is I probably have about 1,000 phrasal verb videos, maybe more. I try when I can think of a good one. If you could give me some good suggestions, Zaid, I'd love to make them for phrasal verbs that we haven't got. And BRD says not required. And Sibonello, hello sir, may you kindly give me your feedback on the following sentence. It is raining cats and dogs, as it were. I like this, as it were. Let's see, generally I'm not very happy with this idiom, it's raining cats and dogs, because native speakers don't really use it. But by putting as it were, you're focusing on the fact that it's an idiom. Yeah? It's raining cats and dogs, as it were. Yeah, I think that it sounds very good. Yeah, and maybe you could even use this as a metaphor, as in there are thousands and thousands of applications coming in. It's raining cats and dogs, as it were. Yeah, I like it a lot, Sibonella. Thank you. And Hassani. So, dear teacher, I enjoyed learning English through your lessons, whereat I saw your video twice. Your lessons are so valuable. Thank you. And thank you as well, Hassani. And okay, so yes, from yesterday's, the answer was cavalier. Uppity means self-important or arrogant. Huffy means angry or annoyed. And Templar is a lawyer or a barrister having chambers in the inner temple, or a member of the Knights Templar. Yeah, the people who went to save the Holy Land in a crusade of murder, pillage, and other horrors. So, thank you, Douglas Russ. Sean says, I think, not sure, I think shoulder. A shoulder is always the part of the body that is used for heavy lifting. So, try again. That's the reason I put shoulder, but unfortunately it's not. Manny, hi Manny. I hereby declare that pursuant to this document it's forbidden to sell goods after this following Monday, as specified herein. Whereat any culprit who is found infringing this document is expected to bear consequential punishment. The committee will not condone it, and they will process all the herewithal to deal with it. Therefore, we would like to thank you for your time, and we implore you to maintain commodity activities in the commodity zone or thereabouts. Notice here, commodity is being used as the things that people need. Yeah, oranges or things like that. That's very, very nicely written. It's incredibly legal and incredibly formal, and it's very well written, Manny. Good work. And Deepty. This time I'm damn sure it's knuckle down. Good. I'm glad. Well done, Deepty. So, let's see. Good to see you as well, Deepty. Let me just refresh this because I've been going half an hour, so maybe there'll be a few more comments. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and let's see what we've got. Okay, yes, we've definitely got several. And wow, quite a few. And Aditi, hi. Accurately expressed ideas are obstructed, whereat fear outweighs the speaker's mind. Very good. So at the end, I would say in the end is probably more natural. At the end is much more physical. At the end of the film, in the end, the result of learning and mastering any foreign language boils down to steering clear of fear and staying self-motivated. That's very good, Aditi, because I think fear and self-doubt is one of the biggest problems language learners have. If you can get rid of that self-doubt and just go ahead, it's invaluable for languages. So, Fran, good morning. Knuckle down, very definitely. Aditi, knuckle down, very definitely. Knuckle, says P as well, definitely. If you don't knuckle down to your studies, stay Notre Dame hunchback over them, as befits an erudite scholar of your ranks and shanks. You will get several raps on them, raps on the knuckles, from Sir Alex Henry Charley, whereat you will be rubbing shoulders with those poor donkeys and other nitwits for having failed to toe the line. I love it, thank you. Yeah, I love this. Stay Notre Dame hunchbacked. It's very good. Yeah, so thank you, P. Well done. Wow. I'm really impressed. This is so impressive, Sheed. With some little research, not S, I could find that in 1555, 3 Protestants were burnt in Oxford Centre in the middle of a street named Broad Street, whereat of their faith. That's incredible, Sheed. This is what I was thinking when I put this picture, because this is a photo of the place whereat the martyrs were burnt. Wow, that is I'm really impressed. This is the place whereat they were burnt. That's really, 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 really good, Sheed. If you look in the middle of the road where the cars park, there's a little circular brass disc with a cross on it, which marks the exact spot. I am so impressed, Sheed. I really am. I am so impressed. Very astute. I am amazed you ZAMAZED you got the connection. That's incredible. That's incredible, Sheed. That really is. So, Saddam. Hi, Saddam Hosni. Thanks, sir. I'm happy to see the Quran in the beginning of the video. Nice teacher. Alex. Nice teacher, Alex. Rest the best. Thank you. Yeah, the Quran's a very interesting document. Yeah, I also think the Bible's a very interesting document. You see, I think these religious books are part of our history. They're part of our culture. These tell stories and they show the way different people think. I think these books are absolutely invaluable, and they're also full of good advice and full of things for us to think about and to come to our philosophical conclusions about the difference between right and wrong. Thank you. And Lukash, there is a movie about insouciant, but may I use it interchangeably with cavalier? Yes, you can. I think insouciant is probably more formal than cavalier. Cavalier is more commonly used, but definitely Lukash. And deepti, ridge. This word reminds me of the Castle of Cards. Okay, reminds me of a Castle of Cards where the ridges of two cards become the base of the next story. The story of life also depends on the ridges of our karmas, our deeds, which make it a beautiful place to live lively. Notice lively is an adjective, so to live in a lively way. This word reminds me of a house of cards. I think normally I would say a house of cards, or building houses of cards, where the ridges of two cards become the base of the next story. The story of life also depends on the ridges of our karmas. I love this. Our deeds, which make it a beautiful place to live in a lively way. Thank you, Deepti. And Patricia. Hi, P. This is what my sweetheart murmured in my ear. If you don't toe the line, knuckle down to my meagre desiderata. I will not play footsie with you, whereat we might end up eating humble pie, because we would be unable to tie the knot with pomp and panache. I like pomp and panache instead of pomp and circumstance. Very good, I love it. Thank you, P. And Deepti. So, I don't regret whiling. Regret plus ing. I don't regret whiling away the time. Whiling away. I don't regret whiling away scrolling the mobile, whereat I found your channel. Now I'm on the right track to learn amazing words. Thank you very much, Deep T. Thanks and welcome. So I really need to refresh this one more time. And let's give it another go and see what we get. But I'm still amazed by Sheed getting this. I really am. I thought nobody will understand that link. And you've got it exactly. It's the place whereat the martyrs were burned. And that was what was going through my mind when I chose it. And Lukash, there is also the lesson about levity. Levity. Yeah, treating something with levity. English is very tricky. Yes, Lukash, English is very tricky. So, thank you all, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.